damn, she was hot.
Oh.
We added a lot of characters in season 5. Basically, we added an entire new cast to the old cast.
My character is Carrie, and she comes on as the nanny for Nathan and Haley's kid, Jamie.
She's gonna be a little troublemaker.
Carrie was designed to stir the pot. She was designed in a very soapy way to enter this very protective, very Eden-esque environment that is Nathan, Haley, and Jamie.
Come on, Nanny Carrie. Hold on.
But as soon as you meet Tori DeVito and you see what she looks like, and and she's seemingly nice, everybody's radar goes off and you go, hold on a second, the serpent just entered the garden.
By the way, I completely agree with what you said about Peyton. Just because someone has history with a person doesn't mean that's who they should be with.
We have, to be honest, we have a great new cast this year. We do. We have a great girl, her name's Michaela McManus, and she's my editor.
Tell me you are writing the best pages of your life.
Lucas has a girlfriend named Lindsay, who's played by Michaela McManus, and she is sort of infused into everybody's lives.
Here's to hanging with our crew, the old and the new.
I think the fans expected Lindsay's character to be designed because we wanted to show that Lucas was with the wrong girl. Oh, he's with Lindsay. She's the wrong girl. She's not Peyton. But what was more compelling to me is, let's present a character that might be the right girl. And sure, maybe Lucas is destined to be with Peyton, but at the place he is right now in his life, maybe Lindsay's the right girl for him right now.
I've been trying really hard to be friends with Peyton, but it's not really working out. It shifts, it wavers, it's tough. It's definitely a difficult situation.
And so you watch Lindsay, and she has these random acts of kindness, and people like her. Brooke likes her, Haley likes her. And you start to think, I was rooting for Peyton, or I was rooting for Brooke, but I'm starting to feel this Lindsay character a little more.
Let me guess, huh? You want me back, right?
Quentin is this kid that, is on the Ravens basketball team that Lucas and Skills are now coaching, and he has an attitude. He's got a temper, and he's not a team player. And it reminds everybody a lot of when Nathan was, sort of a bad boy, when Nathan was a lot like Quentin.
The only reason you're back on that team is because I'm vouching for you. Look, I don't remember asking you for no help.
He's a very cocky, arrogant kind of character. He's basically NBA bound in his own mind, and nobody can tell him anything.
That's for you, player.
Nathan has kind of taken the mentor role for Quentin, and Lucas is his coach, and Haley's, obviously his teacher, which he has some type of crazy affinity for.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, harder, Miss James Scott.
All right, settle down.
Spank me, Miss James Scott.
We've got an amazing new artist on the show. Kate plays Mia.
Mia, played by Kate Vogel, is a character that comes in. She's part of a band.
My manager knew some people that worked on the show, and she kind of came to me and said, hey, I think that you should do it. And I haven't had much experience acting. I'm primarily a musician and stuff, but I was like, this sounds like a role that's perfect for me. I totally can identify with this character, and I'm gonna go for it. Why not? And everyone's been really nice. I didn't know, I was sort of like, I don't know how people are gonna be with new cast members, but everyone's been so cool.
She's really nervous. Can you blame her? It's like she's playing a private concert for Satan's wife.
I play Victoria Davis. Victoria is the CEO and mastermind and primary handler of a multi-million-dollar fashion company.
There's a flight in a few hours. I will be on it, and you'll be sitting next to me.
No, I'm not going back.
Brooke.
Mother. We've always known that she was this nasty woman who treated her daughter like crap and gave her all the insecurity complexes in the world.
Vacation's over. It's time to get back to work.
The only time I really spent time with the adult actors was when I was around them as other people's parents. So now I sort of have a grown-up to collide with, and it's really exciting.
Victoria, luckily, has had a chance to pretty much berate and insult everybody in Tree Hill.
I know you. You're one of my daughter's ill-chosen love interests.
I would say it was a waste of time, but you all failed so quickly it really wasn't.
And God knows what gutter Peyton Sawyer is lying in.
Once I convince Brooke that you're just another leech sucking off the money teat, you will be broke and worthless.
She's very frumpy. We should fire her.
Stop.
Daphne has come in and taken such charge with the role of Victoria because she's not afraid for people to hate her. She's like, I'm playing a bitch, and she's gonna be the most evil bitch ever.
Good God, what is that?
That is my assistant, Millicent.
Tell me again why you have an assistant who dresses like a Slavic bag lady.
We have my wonderful assistant, played by Lisa, who is just the most precious girl in the world.
I was compelled about what Brooke's assistant would be like. What if Brooke's mom, who's mean as a snake, didn't get along with the assistant? So Millicent, the pressure was on to find a character that could tolerate Victoria until just the right moment. And then when she chooses to stand up to Victoria in defense of Brooke, the audience will really sort of love her for it.
And if you had sold just one couture piece, I'd consider letting you keep the store.
Brooke, I'd like to buy this dress.
This changes nothing.
She is the girl who, in moments, makes me realize how valuable your friends are and your core is, and that's the reason that Brooke wants to go and visit home.
Sort of reminds me of Mouth, sort of the female Mouth in a way, you know? She's this very cute girl who's kind of quirky and is, you know, sort of gets dumped on because she's the assistant.
I think that Millicent just really, she really likes him. She thinks that he's a great person, and it's just really kind of devastating to her to have all these women coming into his life and kind of ruining it.
He has to learn to balance his personal and his business life, and obviously that can be very difficult when you're a young person just starting out.
I'm sorry.
No.
Hate it when hot girls hit on me, too. I play Owen, the bartender at Club Trick, and I'm also the new love interest for Sophia.
He's very tall. That was the first thing that I heard was, have you met your new guy? He's huge.
Could you maybe sign this for me?
Who should I make it out to?
You can make it out the Trick for $37. It's your bar tab.
The thing that's a lot of fun about Joe's character is that when this whole flirtation begins with Brooke and Owen, none of her old tricks work on him. What? You're turning down naked me? Nobody turns down naked me.
It's an interesting spot because I think the Brooks character is used to having men fawn all over her, whereas my character, I've kind of been there, done that. I'm a little older than the regulars, and I'm also a bartender, so I'm kind of used to it. And I think with that comes a certain amount of maturity, and I think this guy has a certain responsibility.
So I think it's nice to be putting her in a position where she's got to figure out what she really wants to show somebody and what she's really willing to let him see about her. So are you going to ask me out now or what?
Too young for me. Maybe when you grow up.
With aging up the characters a little bit, it's one thing to talk about having dreams in high school. We all do. You know, it's another thing to pursue those dreams or find that it's not going to be as easy as you thought it was.
It was one of the coolest times of my life. You really feel enabled and like you don't know exactly what your plan's going to be, and that's kind of, it's scary in a way, but it's also really fun because you feel like there's a lot of possibilities.
Our younger characters had become adults of sorts. Where the adults were once counsel to them, they were now counsel to each other, to their children, Haley to her students, to basketball players as coaches. So I think for all of our characters, the show has always been about what you want, what you're willing to do to get it, what's right and wrong about the pursuit, that there's a lot of gray area, and that life happens in the middle of a lot of things. And it's never really black and white or cut and dry. And I think, you know, at 22, this is obviously true.